Hi guys, welcome to your girl Lady Surgeon YouTube channel. It's been a while since I filmed anything. I actually did try to film a video, but I was sick at that time, so it was horrible, so I didn't post it. But you already know, if it's your first time, my name is Lady Surgeon. So welcome. If it's not your first time, welcome back, dolls. Well, welcome back, ladybugs. So today's video is gonna be about my journey with COVID-19. Yes, unfortunately I got it. So it's so funny I got it because when quarantine started, I was in quarantine with one of my best friends, Iftali, and her. It was a group of us, like 5 of us in the house, like all the time. Well, they're working while my job was closed, so it was just us. And when they lifted the restriction, we decided to drive to Florida for just a weekend. And when I got there, I saw a lot of my family. It's been a while, so I got excited. I was like, I'll stay for longer and stuff like that. Well, I guess my mistake was staying longer again. And I was like, yeah, I'll stay longer. It's been a while since I see some of my family member years and stuff like that. I guess my mistake. I should have left with them. We drove back. It was more safe, I guess. I should have just drove back with them. Should have drove all of us. Should have drive back, like go home together. But I stayed, you know. And again, my mistake. But I was so paranoid when I went to Florida. Like everything scares me. Like people scares me. Like I'm like, yo, I don't want to be around people. I'm scared they have corona. I don't want to be sick. I was just worried about getting sick, and I ended up getting sick because I took a plane back to New York. And when I got home a few days later, I got super sick, and I was like, oh shoot, I'm gonna get tested. And well, when I got back, instead of going back to Neff, I went back to my home. Again, my mistake. You know, we just have to own up to things. And I don't even understand how I got sick, because I bought mad wipes. I wipe everything down before I sit down. Before I touch anything, I wipe it down. Like, I was extremely careful in terms of like making sure I don't get sick. But I did get sick, and ooh, what a journey. So I try to do things, you know, keep moving, but I had a fever. Oh my god, it was so bad, you know. And I feel like people get it in different waves. Like some people get it worse and some doesn't. But it doesn't take away from the fact it's just COVID-19 and you're scared. Like you might die, you know, something might happen. So there's this part of you that's really scared, like, you know, of what can happen next. So when I got so sick, I was like, damn, I think I had it. I knew I was like, I have it. There's no way I don't have it. But I was like, I'm gonna get tested. So I tried to stay away from the people I live with, you know, my family. So I was like in my room most of the time, trying not to be around as many people as much. Like you know, just try to be careful. And when I be around people, I'll be like, yeah, I was sick. Do you want me to? Like it was like, do you want me around first? It's not like I'm gonna show up. And you know, I just hung out with my family, to be honest. That's it. Not really per se. It's just like they were around or whatever. So you know, I stay in my room, I would eat in my room, I would bring things in my room to stay there. But when I got my test back, I had already gotten better and stuff like that. They give it really bad, like too late, you know. And they're like, oh, you tested positive. I was like, I cried. So I was like, okay, I'm feeling better, but it doesn't take away from the fact I tested positive, you know. And I understand why some people can die from it, because it takes such a toll on you mentally and physically. So I had a fever. I had my body hurts. It would like hurt to move. I got up out of my bed trying to make TikTok videos, and it was just like, oh, like I can't make it. I can't do it. Like, you know, it would be like, oh shit, I'm so tired, you know? I could move from here to here and be like exhausted. So it's really like more like how much it affects the body than anything. Like for me, it was like my body was just like going through it. I was super excited, like super exhausted, not excited, exhausted. And it was just like, damn, I got COVID. You know, there's a lot of symptoms that I had like diarrhea, I had nausea, I couldn't eat, I had fever, body aches, breathing problem. And me, what worries me more was because not too long ago I was diagnosed pre-diabetic. Well, I come from a diabetic family, so it's no surprise that I am. But you know, even then it was like, oh shit, like I have all these conditions that could make it worse. Aside from my asthma, I'm pre-diabetic, and you know, there's a lot of vitamin that I need. Like, there's a lot of things that I need personally for health reasons. You know, like I'm low on a lot of things. So I was like, shit, that thing can like kill me, because you know, I'm one of those people where like I have already health conditions, and so there's that. But for me, what helped me was like I call all my best friends, all my close people, and I was like, yeah, I'm dying, so that's that. And they're like, no, do this, do that. I had a lot of, at the end of the video I'll show you what I'm drinking. Like I bought vitamin C, the powder you can put in the water, and the gummy bears. So I was taking 2 doses, the gummies and the water powder, the powder for the water. So every morning I would drink it, but even then, and I had like big cup of tea, hot tea, like ginger. I don't like to drink shit, but hot tea, really, I'm like more like the cold tea kind of gal and stuff like that. So I did that, and it was really bad. Even when I got better, my breathing still was a problem. I could get off my bed and go downstairs, and I'm like, ooh, I feel like I just run a marathon. Like, but I didn't. But it was like so exhausted. I was so exhausted that I was worried that I really was worried that I was gonna die, because I was telling my friends, I was like, I think I'm gonna die, you know, but no, I didn't. So I ended up going on quarantine at a hotel that they offer for people who have COVID and stuff like that. It was very nice. They're very caring and stuff like that. And after a few days, I got the clear to be around in the world. I was no longer on CDC watch. Let me tell you, CDC call you every day. Hi, Miss Virginia, this is the so-and-so calling to see, are you at the hospital? I'm like, no. Like, they call every day until it's like you're no longer to them. You're no longer sick, quote unquote. So there's that. So it has been a journey. And you know, a lot of time people are like, oh, coronavirus doesn't exist. I don't give it, like, you know, I'm not gonna wear a mask. Wear a mask, because imagine I did all of that. I wear my mask, I bought my like my wipes, my hand sanitizer. I had all of that on me when I was traveling, and I was very worried about corona. I would, like, whenever I go out, I wash my hands in my face. Like, that's how much paranoia I had. Like, you know, I would not lay on my, if I go outside, I'll change. I wouldn't lay on my bed with the clothes that I went outside with. And it's like, I did what they asked me to do, and somehow I still ended up getting it. And you know, people had like, and one thing you do feel like, it's the loneliness you get from being sick, because you know, your family is your family, but your parents are your parents, you know. So I felt like I wish my mom was there, because if she were to be in New York and me, it would have been a different story in terms of that. Even though my aunt, like, she's like amazing, bless her heart for taking care of me and stuff like that and being worried, but at the same time you like feel uncomfortable living with people, you know. So that's that, and there's that and stuff. I really thought it was important for me to talk about having COVID and like overcoming my COVID journey, because it is important that we talk about those things, because COVID affect people in different waves. Like, you know, not everybody gets super sick. Thank God I didn't have to go to the hospital and things like that. And when I took my test again, they ended up being negative, so which was a blessing. If you can't figure it out, I'm in Haiti, so I came home. I was like, yeah, I'm going home. I went home for a little bit. And, you know, me and my friends were supposed to go on vacation in August. I said, you know what, I'm not going to travel. I'm just going to go home and be home and leave it as that, because honestly, I didn't want to like stay anywhere. I just want to be home and stuff. So I know some of you don't think COVID is real. It's actually pretty real, you know. I know we are not being led by the perfect people, the greatest people in the world, but at the same time, it really have effect on people. Not everybody recover easily. Not everybody overcome it. And honestly, overcoming it is physically and mentally. Okay, I was no longer sick, but at one point I was worried. Whenever I lay, I'd be like, oh, can I breathe fine? Because I would be so worried about my breathing and stuff. So I say this just to say that you guys should definitely be careful and take care of yourself, you know, like stay on top of your health, and please wear a damn mask. At the end of the day, I did all of that and still got sick, and I was so paranoid of being sick and stuff like that, and people who didn't even give a shit are still not sick. So just to show you, life is pretty funny. So I say take care of yourself, you know, drink your take your vitamin C or tea, like hot tea and stuff, you know, because I don't want people to, I really wouldn't wish it on anybody, even though it wasn't severe for me. I'm telling you guys, getting out of bed was like an accomplishment, an achievement for me when I was sick. And yeah, so yeah, your girl did have COVID. She survived. She overcome it. That's all that matters. And I want you guys to take care of yourself. And I love you. And thank you for watching. It's your girl, Lady Surge. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Well, that's two, but you know, comment, like, subscribe. All three. See you next time. Love yous.